have a plea to make, and my plea is this: we cannot become numb to this. Just in the last week, our president, the person who's supposed to be our leader, has said 300 million people, in other words, the majority of the population, died last year from drug overdoses. He has said he never heard of Melissa Hortman, the Minnesota legislator who was assassinated in her own home by one of his supporters who had a list of other liberal politicians he was going to go after. He has blown up not one, but two boats that are nowhere near the United States just based on the accusation that perhaps the people on those boats had drugs, as though that is an offense that is punishable by death. He has had to deal with the fallout of arresting and detaining 300 Korean workers who came here to help Hyundai and LG set up a factory that would employ Americans. These workers were held in such horrific conditions that the South Korean government is rightfully calling for justice in the form of, at the very least, a formal apology. We also finally saw the drawing he had submitted for Jeffrey Epstein's 50th birthday book, and it is a drawing of the outline of a young girl, and in the text there he talks about an enigma and sharing secrets with the world's most infamous pedophile. And while all that has been going on, our Attorney General, who is supposed to be defending the rule of law, has said hate speech is going to be prosecuted, even though that is in direct violation of rulings by the Supreme Court. And our vice president is also suggesting that we should be turning each other in for speech, that we should get each other fired and ruin each other's lives over speech. And although many people, including the Washington Post's Karen Attiah, have been fired for expressing their opinion in the last week, a Fox News host said homeless people should be murdered, and he keeps his job. I almost forgot. The current president is so corrupt. There was a whole article in the New York Times yesterday about his latest scheme in which he personally benefits from a deal he made with the United Arab Emirates. When asked about how much he has gained financially from this presidency by an Australian reporter, he threatened that man. He's also suing the New York Times for $15 billion with a B dollars for defamation. I know that outrage is constant, but we cannot let ourselves become numb to this. We are like the proverbial boiling frog, and soon enough, if we don't make a change, we are going to be cooked.